Hey, we haven't met before. Welcome to the channel. I am Pojo. I'm a 3D artist and I like to make procedural things. So I will make tutorials in the future, but today I just wanted to give a quick look at a metal shader that I released not too long ago that I think it's pretty cool, and I put it up at a super cheap price. We can talk more about that at the end, but yeah, just want to give a quick overlook, show you how it works, how simple it is to use, and what kind of cool effects you can take out of it. So yeah, let's get to it. So this is what you get when you first open the file when you download it. It just gives you a simple object, and the shader is right here on the left. You can easily save this file in your asset folder and just come here, mark as an asset, and boom, now it appears in your asset browser, which is super useful because you can just drag and drop it whenever you want it on whatever projects you want. Alright, so let's break it down. Let's starting with the most simple stuff. You got a vector input, so you have a better control over where the textures are, etc. If the seeds don't work for you, this, like with the vector, you can like fine-tune it essentially. Then we got the base color, which can be an image, or you can just select the color here and it will adjust the base color of your metal. Then we got roughness. We all know what roughness does. Metallic. Then we got the discoloration here, which essentially it's just kind of a noise texture that is removing saturation from the color as if the paint had worn off or something like that. And you got the intensity that you can control right here. That's essentially it. Then afterwards we got the metal color, which is like, it might be a bit confusing because like, but isn't the base color the metal color? And the reason I have these two separate is so that when, like, for example, if you add dents or scratches, let's add both of those, you can see that it's revealing this exposed metal, right? So it's a non-painted metal, and you can control the color of it and the roughness of it as much as you want, basically. That's why I have them separate. Might seem weird at first, but I hope it makes sense now. Then right after the metal roughness, we got the edge radius, which is just edge wear. The edges of your object will become worn off, essentially. Over time, they do. So the edge radius is how much further from the edge will it look deteriorated or rusty or whatever you want it to be. Edge irregularity, it's what it says. It just creates irregularity in this edge. So in some parts it will be more deteriorated, in some parts it might be less, and the noise scale is how you control that irregularity, essentially. After that we got one of my favorite sliders, which is the rust exposed metal. So you can mess around with these sliders and make it look really beaten up, but if you want to make it look old, all you gotta do is just bring this up and it will rust every part of the exposed metal that you have. It's, I don't know, it almost feels like a magic trick. You could have a whole like time-lapse scene where something goes rusty over time just with this slider, just by animating 2 keyframes. It's I don't know why I like it, but it is like one of my favorite parts of this shader. Then we got dense amounts, then scale, and then seed. I think those are self-explanatory, right? Same thing for the rust, how much rust you have, seed, scale, etc. Then we got scratches. The scratches are, I'm kind of proud of them, to be honest. They look pretty good, especially when you increase the scale of them. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Then we have dust. I'm actually going to remove everything that is making the metal look beaten up, just so we can see it more clearly. And now we add a little bit of dust. If I have this a little bit more saturated, you might be able to see it better. So the dust will always follow the rotation of the object. So it's always the top part, the top layer of your object that is actually going to get dust on it, right? So I made it so the shader always follows the z-axis on whatever object you put on it. And finally we have dirt, which is just essentially grunge. Whatever crevices your objects might have, it will add some grunge to it, make it look dirty. This to like control the color of it. You can change the color of anything, so you can make this look nothing like metal and just, I don't know, like some alien material or whatever. I don't know, you can have fun with it, just go nuts. That's the whole point of this thing. So here towards the end we have the detail slider, which essentially is just how detailed you want this texture to be. If you put it all the way down to 0, it looks kind of bad, but it might work for like a background thing, and it will save you tons of render time if you do it like this, because it just doesn't need as much quality, right? And if you increase it, it just adds more noise to it, makes it look more realistic. That's essentially it. Then we have a custom normal input, which, I don't know, go crazy with it. I would use it for bump or something. If I want a sticker on it or some decals or whatever, you can add them here. And anisotropic controls, basically, like any principled BSDF shader would have. That's essentially it. And that's basically it. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe go get it. Like, it's only $3, €3. I don't know how many dollars that is, like $3.50. Like, it's really not expensive. I tried to make it as cheaply as possible while I still gain something from it, because it still took me a ton of work to put this all together. But actually, since this channel is in such early days and you were nice enough to come here and watch this demo, which I appreciate so much, feel free to use the discount code from YouTube, all caps, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. I still haven't made it, so if it's changed, it's going to appear on the screen somewhere right now. But yeah, you from YouTube, all caps, use that, and I don't know, 50% off? Sure, why not? I'll give you 50% off just for watching this video, because I feel like I'm pretty bad at making videos, so thank you for sticking through until the end, and I'll see you guys next time.